you have watched any of my videos before, there's a good chance that I have told you to get a credit card. This video is not going to be an exception. Doing today. My name is Apple, and today we are filling in the financial gap between schools and the real world. And today we are talking about criteria that you should have for your first credit card and what you need to look for when you are trying to find that first credit card. So as I have said multiple times, it is very important to build credit at a young age so that you can save yourself from thousands and thousands of dollars in interest payments down the road and just be able to apply for so many more lines of credit that are going to help you in the future. Think a mortgage, think maybe a car loan if that's something you're interested in, a business loan. There's all of these things in life that are going to require you to get money lent to you from somebody else in order to better leverage your money. And with a good credit score, this is multitudes easier, and there's so much less interest you have to pay to do that. So definitely it is important to get your credit started early. So let's talk about what you want to look for in your very first credit card. Alright, so what we've got with credit cards is there are four main types of credit cards that you want to look out for. And we're going to go through these, and I'm sort of going to give you guys my thoughts on each of these and how they work. So the first one is becoming an authorized user on your parents' credit card. So becoming an authorized user. And with an authorized user, this is your parents' account. This is very important that this is not your own account, and it's not going to be building your credit, but it is going to get you experience with a credit card and how credit works, so that you are going to be more aware of how to build your own credit in the future. And really the only scenario that I can see why somebody would want an authorized credit card is if they're between the ages of 16 and 18, and when they're in these ages, they're not able to apply for a real credit card. So instead, they would get an authorized credit card through their parents' account and be able to figure out how a credit card works without having to risk ruining their credit. But, however, your parent needs to take this into consideration, because if you go out and spend all the money on, it's their account, so you go out and spend all their money and ruin their credit score, that is going to impact their credit score, and it's on them. So they need to know that they can trust you with this responsibility, and they need to lay down some serious ground rules with you regarding what is cool and what is not cool for this credit card. Alright, next is a co-signed credit card. And this is basically where you and your parent parent or guardian, whoever has a better credit score than you, go out and open a line of credit together. And this is going to impact usually both of the co-signees' credit scores. The actions of this credit card are going to impact both of them. So this is also important because if you are going to be co-signing with somebody and you are like the one with the credit score that is helping this other person get a credit card, you need to take that in consideration, because if they are not responsible with this credit card and they go out and they like max it out and can't pay it off, that's going to be on you as well as them, because it's your name on it as well, so it's also going to be impacting your credit score. And generally with co-signed credit cards, they're useful if you don't qualify for a regular credit card, but in general there's no reason to get a co-signed credit card, because the next option that I'm going to talk about is basically just a better version of a co-signed credit card that is not going to hurt somebody else. You don't have to sign with somebody else, it's all on you, so you take responsibility, and you and this next way is also going to help if you don't qualify for a regular credit card. And let's just hop right in. The next way is with a secured credit card. And this is the number one option that I would recommend if you are over 18 years old and don't qualify for a regular credit card because your credit is either poor or non-existent. So with a secured credit card, what you're going to do is you're going to give the bank a deposit of usually around like, I don't know, $200 to $500 of collateral. So they know that if you go out and max out this credit card, they have the money in their pockets to pay for it. So what you're going to get with this credit card is, say you're going to get a credit card with a $500 limit and you have to give them a $500 collateral. So even if you spend all that $500, they know that they have the money to pay that off, so that even if you don't pay it off, they have the money to do it and it's going to get paid off one way or another. Now, one of the downsides to a secured credit card is it's going to have a higher interest rate, usually because you don't have any credit or you have poor credit. So they're going to need to have that higher interest rate because they don't know if they can trust you to pay it off. And additionally, there can be some pretty high fees that go along with secured credit cards. A lot of them do have monthly fees, which are not ideal. And a lot of them are going to have fees. So definitely watch out for those when you are looking at a secured credit card. And lastly, we have our regular credit cards, which are la creme de la creme. And these are going to be like the normal credit cards that you see every day, that your parents probably have, that the people that you know have. And usually to get approved for a credit card, you A, have to be over 18, and B, have to have an income. So if you don't have an income, then a secured credit card is probably going to be the highest that you can qualify for. But definitely still try to get a regular credit card because they are going to have the lower interest rate, even though credit card interest rates are crazy high. And they are going to not have those high fees associated with a secured credit card, and they're not going to require you to have some collateral, so you're going to have that extra money on hand to invest, save, do whatever you want with. So those are 4 types of credit cards. So now let's go over some criteria for once you choose one of these types, what you want to look for within that type to make it a good choice of credit card. So first criteria for a credit card is do not get the one that they send you a letter telling you to apply for. If they're sending you a letter telling you you have to apply for it, it's probably not that great of a deal, and they're trying to sell you on something that is going to hurt you because they know that it's going to look convenient, and you're going to think, oh, sure, I'll do that. That looks easy. I'll just write my name on this piece of paper, send it back in, give them $20, and I've got a credit card, I guess. So don't do that, and don't get the credit card that they send you in the mail, because there are going to be a lot better options out there. And if you do your homework, you can definitely determine what the best option is going to be for you. Next, you're going to look for a low APR. Low APR. That is going to mean you are paying the lowest amount in interest and just other things as possible throughout every month. So that low APR is going to be what determines whether you're paying a bunch more in interest than you need to be. So definitely get that low APR. With that low APR comes low fees, and you really don't want to be paying a monthly fee on your credit card unless you're getting some really good benefits out of it, like a lot of cash back, points, frequent flyer miles, what have you. And if you're getting a lot of benefits out of it, more than what you're paying in like a monthly fee, then it's totally worth it. Go for it. But for your starter credit card, you're not going to want something with monthly fees. You're not going to have a bunch of expenses. At least you probably won't have a bunch of expenses that you're putting on a credit card at this point in your life. So you are not going to need to worry about those points and whatnot. For the most part, that shouldn't be your number one consideration or anything. So look for those low fees, and you don't need to be paying a monthly fee for your credit card. There are a lot of credit cards aimed at students or first-time credit card users that have no monthly fee. So definitely check those out. They've got a lot of perks for students as well. Next, going with that, don't have any monthly fees, don't have any annual fees. That's just basics. Don't pay money that you don't need to be paying to these credit card companies. Okay, so then the next one is you do want to try to find something that has some perks. So, I mean, the main perk is obviously building your credit score, because that is going to help you out immensely over the course of your life. And starting that now is crazy helpful for your future self who wants to get a mortgage or a business loan or something. So definitely number one perk is building your credit score. But if you can get additional perks with that, even better. If you can get some, I don't know, cash back on like going out to eat, or just other things that you do as a young person, as a student. I mean, if they're gonna reward you for that, then like by all means, definitely try to find a card that is going to reward you for stuff that you're already doing. But this shouldn't be like your make or break for a credit card. I know my first credit card didn't come with any like perks or anything. I just got it to start building my credit score and sort of work my way up with credit without any regard to like points or miles or whatever. So yeah, with your first card, you don't really need to worry about perks that much, but if there is one with perks, go for it. And lastly, a consideration you should take is through a bank that you already have an account with. So if there's a bank that you already have like a checkings account and a savings account with, it can be super convenient to get your credit card through that bank as well, just so that all of your accounts are in one place. You can easily pay off your credit card bills from the money in your checking or savings account, all online, all digitally, all like in one app. Like, if it's that convenient to pay off your credit card, you're not gonna forget, you're not gonna put it off. And it just really does make things so much more convenient when they're all in the same place, and when you can just do everything at the same time and all your money is in the same place. So I would definitely recommend trying to get a credit card through a bank you already have an account with if it fits these top criteria. If not, then it's no big deal if you go out to another place and get a different credit card. But if you can get one with the same place, then go for it. I mean, it's gonna make things more convenient for you in the long term, so I would recommend that. Anyways, those were my top criteria for a first credit card and the 4 types of credit cards that you can get. For our question of the day, which of these types of credit cards do you think that you were gonna go out and get, or do you already have? And which of these criteria is the most important, or do you think I missed some criteria that is also very important to you when getting a credit card? So as always, drop that in the comments below, and I will respond to all of your comments, and let's start a conversation about credit cards. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and click on that notification bell to be notified every time I put a new video, because that's amazing and you know you want to. And thank you for sticking around. Please share this video with anyone that you think could benefit from this, and anyone that you know that does not yet have a credit card, because I really do believe that everyone should have a credit card and should be utilizing it in a responsible manner every month in order to start building their credit at a young age. So thank you for sticking around, and until next time.